I have always known the Ashantees to be very, very strict because of their warrior nature. Yes, Ashantees are no nonsense people, warriors. When you talk about Ghana being no nonsense, Ashantees are part of that group or the head of that group. And something happened because I was asking in my other channel, did they actually invite this busybody, uninvited guest to this funeral of the Queen Mother in Ashanti? And I got the answer of my life. Here is the video, oh my God, where this king was dragged, embarrassed to the mud. At this point, the shame is shaming me. Hey God, I would love us first of all to watch that, alongside an in-depth explanation and clarity of the Nigerians that were deported by US, in fact, West Africans, including Nigerians, to Ghana.
So, the king of the Ashantees, Ashanti Otumfuo, his sister is no more. So they're actually doing his final funeral right. Now, a lot of people were tagging me in a video where the so-called or the self-start Igbo king went to, to the funeral ground. Now, it's a funeral and anybody can go. So he got there. He got there. And when he got there, it's not easy to see the king. You cannot just stand up and go and see the king. Who are you? No, who are you? So he got there. And when he went there, before you see the king, there are some people standing in front of him. So he approached, I think he's one of the linguists. He approached the linguist, and the linguist asked, who are you? He said, I'm the chief. He said, I remove your cape first. And he removed the cape. And then they went ahead and said, okay, what are you looking for? He said, we are here for the funeral. And then he decided to say, I want to greet Ashanti. He said, greet who? Get out from here. I said, you think Ashanti is there? He said, get out. You want to see who? Which chief are you? Which tribe? Get out. They stuck out. So the Igbo king, or the so-called Igbo king, know me that Ashanti Kini, he know me time, they stuck out. He removed him cape. He bowed safe. They say, yes, what are you doing? He said, get out. Igbo king, go home, say, I want to meet. Go. You want to go and meet Ashanti Hini as what? Or is it because some people are tolerating your excesses? So you think, let's start out.
Yeah, Igbo for Hini, in fact, or a hard papa. Wako PM menshia, actually, you are Ashanti for say, or no, what's in the bus obedi na Hini or Ghana? Obedi, Nanyan Krai. Wako PM Kumasi, a dinner Hene Elho, Igbo for Hini, Igbo king. Na ene, of course, I chair with two for Assembly SC. Now before that, Mammy and Ashanti for Yako. And then I hear my daughter, ye die to some years. I'm off and me too, crying. And then I die to some years. National House of Chiefs, Regional House of Chiefs, reaching 16 in a beer delegate, at least 5 paramount chiefs. Reaching beer. And son of one monk of video, which one munina, a cochia with 2 for Yana, Yabora. In fact, Africa, Mamini Kai, any National House of Chiefs president. Time of what you with 2 for in ye.
National House of Chiefs president, and I do her.
Papa no dined or dined said. And what was someone in the National House of Chiefs president? Then so, be or buy a friend or 2 for. Or be or buy a friend as something or 2 for. The thing or 2 for no. And just see and the National House of Chiefs president, Equacho 2 for. But
now at the real date is the president of the National House of Chiefs.
2 for.
Now
I was here. Richie, in a handful. And so, a paramount chief so. And on the Igbo for Henny, one of the opera paramount chief so, on a king. Igbo for king, and so in a dom, a draw, and a bizarre money. Now we are here for us, you, a Igbo king. And that I may say, and you decline you which, oh, you can't out the huge answer. Naminowakasa. And to a in a cherry, and was in Bomasi, or say, I don't send you Roman for, as the Yabi. And the Oyebi, or you're not enough. Mammy, what you two was a henna. Udini Ghana book moon. Udi our TikTok. So you're Igbo king. Udini Ghana book moon. I was here, was a fun chair on a cop. Timwa, my margin say, hey, much to say. Igbo king, I come in here. It is a piano, move a dear time. I may be a pass until make I say. One Timia Mayo. Kumasin in the Obeko. I said, I'll be not going to bet you 2 for no. Delegates, I want to say, a prosifonia soldier for Jina, get nano nam. Ye bisau. Now, Sefata.
All right, now, so let's be clear, okay? I've reported widely on Trump's third country deportation policy, and I've been very vocal about how dangerous it is, especially when African leaders agree to these deals. Before Ghana, 4 African countries, South Sudan, Rwanda, Eswatini, and Uganda, had already signed on. And here's the problem. In those cases, most of the migrants being flown in weren't even African. They were people from as far as Latin America, the Middle East, and Asia, who are detained here in the US and are now deported to Africa because their home countries refuse to accept them. So that's the context. Worse still, these arrangements with the US reportedly came with compensation packages, money changing hands. which raises the ugly question, right? Where some African governments essentially being paid to act as holding grounds for America's deportation pipeline. And that's why Ghana's case is different, because the deportees weren't strangers at all. They were West Africans. Now here's a clip of President Mahama explaining the deal and what actually happened.
We were approached by the U.S. to accept third-party nationals who were being removed from the U.S. And we agreed with them that West African nationals, were acceptable because all our fellow West Africans don't need a visa to come to our country. So if they decided to travel from US to Accra, they don't need a visa anyway. So if you're bringing our colleague West Africans back, I mean, that's okay. And so I think that agreement has been activated, and a first batch of 14 nationals came. Several of them were Nigerian brothers. They opted to go back home. And so we facilitated, we put them on buses, to be able to go back home. One of them was a Gambian who it's not as easy. You have to get him an air ticket to be able to facilitate his travel. So what we've done is contacted their embassy to let them know of his presence so that they can facilitate his return to Gambia. And so that's the issue with regards to deportations and arrivals. West Africa has the protocol of free movement. And so any West African is free to come to Ghana and be able to stay for 90 days. And so if they decide to bring them, I mean, we don't have a problem accepting them.
So let's break that down. President Mahama said the U.S. approached Ghana to accept deportees. And Ghana drew a line. Sure, but only West Africans. Why? Because under ECOWAS law, every West African has the right to enter Ghana without a visa and stay up to 90 days. He said, if you're bringing our fellow West Africans back, that's okay. They don't need a visa to come here anyway. And here's how it played out. The first batch of 14 arrived. Most were Nigerians. Ghana processed them and put them on buses straight back to Nigeria. One Gambian needed a flight, so Ghana contacted the Gambian embassy to arrange his return. That's not selling out. That's Ghana applying regional law, practicing Pan-African solidarity, and making sure deportees were treated with dignity and order, not stranded in cages thousands of miles away. And let's also watch this clip of Ghana's Foreign Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa defending the country's decision.
The government of Ghana took the principled and humanitarian decision to accept the limited number of West African nationals deported from the United States under exceptional circumstances, in line with Ghana's long-standing Pan-African ideals and unwavering commitment to regional solidarity.
So the foreign minister calls it a principled and humanitarian decision rooted in Pan-African ideals and Ghana's long-standing commitment to regional solidarity. In other words, this wasn't about doing America's bidding. It was about standing up for fellow West Africans who were trapped in detention, facing psychological and physical stress, and even the risk of being dumped in unsafe countries with no stability or human rights protections. Ablakwa also revealed something critical. Ghana didn't just open the doors blindly. The government insisted on independent vetting of every individual before they stepped foot on Ghanaian soil. He was clear. Hardened criminals would never be accepted. This wasn't about compromising Ghana's security. It was about balancing compassion with protection. And he shut down the money rumors once and for all. Ghana has not received and does not seek any financial compensation. Zero. Instead, the decision was grounded purely on humanitarian principle and Pan-African solidarity. And as Ablakwa puts it, Ghana is standing up for our brothers and sisters in distress. And that should not be twisted into an endorsement of Trump's immigration agenda. So that's the key distinction. Ghana wasn't validating Washington's policy. It was simply stepping in to protect Africans on African terms. Now, my people, we can't look at this deportee deal in isolation because Ghana, like so many African nations, has been feeling the weight of tense U.S. foreign policy. Let's set the stage. In just the past few months, Ghana has been hit with a 10% tariff hike, which was later pushed to 15%. It was listed among 36 countries facing a U.S. visa ban. And Ghana's citizens had their 5-year multiple entry visas canceled, downgraded to a mere single entry, 3-month restriction. That's not the posture of friendship. That's pressure. But take a look at this clip of Mahama painting a picture of where Ghana-U.S. relationship stands.
It's about Ghana-U.S. relations. First, we were slapped with 10% tariff that was increased to 15%. and then we're included in 36 countries that were going to be placed on a visa ban. But in the meantime, all 5-year visas were cancelled, and we were restricted to single entry 3 months. It shows the tightening situation in our foreign relations, but I do think that we still enjoy good relations with the United States of America.
Now let's break that down. On one hand, Mahama is being diplomatic, right? Saying Ghana still enjoys good relations with Washington. But the reality is clear. The U.S. has been squeezing Ghana economically, politically, and even in terms of mobility. So when America comes knocking with a deportee deal, it's not happening in a vacuum. Ghana is weighing the pressure of tariffs, visa bans, and its broader strategic ties. Yet, and here's the key, my people, even under that pressure, Ghana drew a red line. It would only accept West Africans, and only on ECOWAS terms. That's Ghana navigating a tough geopolitical landscape while still holding onto regional principles. So my people, where do we go from here? Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for watching, and please, for my sake, like this video first of all before we delve deep, right? I really want to thank these great Ashantees for doing the needful. I watched how his cap was removed and he was struggling, smuggling himself to get close to the king. Like, seriously, how dare you? You think this is Nigeria? See, oh my God, I tell people, don't play with Ghanaians, particularly these Ashantees in Kumasi people. They know they yell, like seriously, from information and observation, Ashanti people, as warriors as they are no nonsense people. Like, at this point first, let us address the elephant in the room. How can somebody with all this, flame burning on you, it's not enough for you? You still dress up, not just you, maybe in one simple attire, casual, go there, see the king, do your thing because it's a funeral, right? But you went in this kind of entourage. This man, is it that he's deaf, that he cannot hear, or what? The thing that is beating drum for this man, by the time he will realize it, he will be at the border of Nigeria. I'm telling you, he would be in Nigeria by the time he will realize it, because from the look of things, this man has been in every business of Ghanaians, just for the what? Picture sake, camera sake, so that he will boast and parade himself as, oh, I am, close to the king of Ashanti. I am into Ghanaians. Ghanaians love me. I love Ghanaians, blah, blah, blah. Just for his own selfish, criminal-minded interest. I'm telling you, you see what I'm saying is beginning to happen. What is more disgraceful, embarrassing than this? What? Tell me. You guys. This is, by the way, because people should just allow me to laugh. I've been laughing to the point that I'm losing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, my Ghanaians, for always, proving me right, for always standing to prove my point right. Anyways, that is by the way. I stumbled on this video also where I saw how the incident that just happened between the United States and Ghana was well explained, and I shared it so that we can, weigh in and give our opinion. But regardless of all that has been said here, even based on the fact that it's on the grounds of Pan-Africanism, being humanitarian, heart of humanity and all that, which I know and I respect the president to be. See, there's nothing you can take away from that. A heart of humanity, which is what Ghanaians have. A living heart of conscience. That's why you see what Ghana is today. It's actually why Ghana is what it is. And I'm happy that the president did not compromise any measures of taking bribe and all that, right? But then again, I also want to ask, why did my president, Tiffany T-Pain, not carry these people to Nigeria? Why is he rejecting his own citizens? That is where I have an issue with my own president. Anyways, thank you, our president, His Excellency, Sir Johndramanimahama, for accepting these people. But kindly send them, let them be deported to Nigeria. They shouldn't even stay in Ghana. They should go. Look at the distance, it's not far. Tinubu should make arrangement. We have the money, we have the resources. Make arrangement, come and pick them and let them come back to Nigeria. Did they reject them in Nigeria again? Send them to Nigeria. Other people that are not Ghanaians, send them back to their country. Let them go back. Let their country take accountability and responsibility for their own citizens. It is their right. Thank you, first of all, for accepting them, welcoming them, even when the world rejected them, when Trump rejected them. And for our President Trump, why are you so keen? Why are you now so personal with Ghana? Why? Please leave the motherland. Just let the motherland be, because most of these people you have in your country, if you have anything in mind that we have done against you as Ghanaians, have mercy. Have mercy, or better still, let us be. Let us be. Because at this point, the way this US is making this whole thing is as if we cannot breathe without them. That's the way they're making the whole thing look like. Without US, we cannot breathe. Who says so? Just like your own economy is good and booming, that's how every other country's economy is trying to stand too. So not because we have bilateral agreement and all that, you will not start making it look as if maybe you are the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Without you, we cannot breathe. It's not done like that now. It's not done. I know that most of the crimes you even see being committed there with Ghana passport, Ghana card, it's mostly by Nigerians. So I'm telling you, and even if there are Ghanaians, just a few Ghanaians, but it hasn't gotten to this point that you will begin to mount pressure, make things so difficult for Ghana. You can do that to Nigeria, I don't care, because I know we deserve it. But leave Ghana, please. Let Ghana breathe. Let Ghana breathe, please. His Excellency, Donald Trump, please. I'm pleading. Anyways, guys, I just say let me bring this hot gist to you people so that you will see and tell me what you think about it, because guys, I've been laughing my voice. Too. Are you not shameless? Please can't hide your face in shame, because if I were you, oh my God, if I were you, God forbid I can't be you. Where I will be hiding by now. Since the incident of Nigeria must go, Igbo King must go, I won't even have the audacity, the courage to come out and be flaunting myself like this, even when I'm not invited. Because this thing you're doing is just a shame and a disgrace to the entire Igbo people and Nigeria as a whole. Stop it. Stop adding more salt to our injury. We have a lot of injury all over. Stop adding more, okay? Thank you so much. And thank you all my Ghanaians for standing up and proving the fact that yes, Ghanaians are warriors. Ashantis are the greatest warriors ever lived in the continent of Africa. All right, guys, let's hold it up here. Like I said, let's talk in the comments. Like this video, share, and stay subscribed. And I will see you in my next one. Ciao, ciao.